Woo. Oh my gosh, you guys, things are heating up with the court case and the phone hacking with Prince Harry in the High Court and with the Daily Mail and with Piers Morgan and the British tabloid media. He's taking them on, you guys, and he is talking. He has talked quite a bit today on the stand. We've got his full witness statement that has been out. I think that he's actually supposed to be on for cross-examination till tomorrow, Wednesday, midday. He's talking a lot, but the thing is he talking too much? Is he having some inconsistencies from his book, The Spare, from other stories that he's told in the public versus now what he is saying on the stand? Is he backtracking or is he being truthful? Who is to know? Who's to know? But there's a lot going on, you guys, and we're going to get into it. I'm just sitting at work wasting my time, waiting to get off, seeing and reading all of these things, and I am like, wow. And I learned, like, I knew that Piers Morgan absolutely cannot stand Meghan Markle, like he hates her / is obsessed with her, and I knew that they had dinner in 2016, I believe, and then she ghosted him very shortly after that because, you know, Harry, and he never really got off of that, you know. Ever since then, it was just like, Meghan is fucking horrible, and obviously a lot of people agree. Now, not saying I agree, I am still on the fence, but what I did not know was that Piers Morgan was editor at the Daily Mirror from like 1995 to like 2000 something. I'll get the dates for you exact, but I didn't know Piers Morgan was in it like that. And he is saying that he has no clue of any type of illegal activities that were done via the Daily Mirror while he was editor. None of that phone hacking, none of that. He knows nothing about it. Do we believe him? Now, Piers himself is one of those polarizing figures that people really can't stand themselves. So I don't know much about Piers Morgan other than, like, I know his face, I see him, and I know that he dislikes Meghan. So I'm learning more. We're going to look into this court case, the witness statement, what's contradictory from what was in the book, The Spare, and what the hell is going on. But we're gonna have to wait till I get home. Right now, I'm getting my Taco Bell for lunch. And yeah, I will see you guys a little bit later, but it's heating up here, and I'm just like, oh my god. I was thinking to myself, maybe I need to pivot. All I talk about is the royal family and Meghan Markle and Johnny and Amber and like Trisha Paytas and the house. But no, why? I'm gonna lean into it because I enjoy it, and like, it's drama, and it's royal drama at that, so why not? But I will catch you guys a little bit later once I get back to the crib. All right, you guys, I am finally back at home, finally, where I've wanted to be since I've opened my eyes this morning. But I'm back at home in bed, and we are going to finish talking about Prince Harry and him being on the stand for the first day today, giving his testimony, giving us all the tea, all the details, talking, just spilling it all. And I think it's so interesting how, like, Harry is here at court fighting the British press, the media, and all of that. And then we have the quote-unquote working royals. I saw that Kate was over at like a baby bank or something like that and doing just the royal charity work that they do on the daily. And honestly, as I have been learning more about the royal family and following this whole thing with Meghan and Harry and William and Kate, I did not know that they had engagements or duties every single day. I see Kate out a lot going to different events. I see her on the daily. I see William a lot, but not as much. Here lately, I haven't seen much of King Charles and Camilla, but they are out there. They're doing what it is that they do. And I guess if Meghan and Harry would have stayed within the walls of the palace, they would have been doing similar duties. So I just think that it's interesting, like the stark contrast of what's going on here over in the UK with this family. So as I was saying earlier, while I was in my car, I was like, oh, Piers Morgan. And I've seen now that the news has sought him out and he has had something to say. He has his words to Harry. So what I was wanting to get was the exact dates. So apparently Piers Morgan was the editor at the Daily Mirror newspaper from 1995 to 2004. And he is claiming that within those years that he was working as editor at the Mirror, he had no inkling, no knowledge of any type of legal activities, hacking, any of that shit. And I remember in another video, I was reading through how many times the royals had been hacked. And honestly, it seemed like, if I'm remembering correctly, Harry had the least. But the person who had the most hacks was Kate. And I remember that because of out of the people that I had read, she had the most. And I thought that was so interesting as to why they targeted her so much. But here we have Harry in this court case on the stand giving his testimony. You guys, it's just crazy. And there's just a few things before we get into his witness testimony that I see now is 55 pages. So we cannot do it all in one turn. It's just not going to happen. So it's going to be like a parts thing. And there's going to be more things added, I'm sure, because cross-examination starts here tomorrow, I believe. So it's going to be a lot, but we'll get through it because it's all very interesting. Like, this is kind of history making if you really think about it. The prince, because he's still the prince, he still has his title, taking on challenging the British media with whom he has filled, has done him very dirty and was very much intricate in a lot of the drama and mess that his mother went through, and seemingly could have been blamed, allegedly, for her passing because of the motorcycles and everything like that. So just a couple of things before we get into the testimony that I saw that was interesting. And I'm just like, along with Piers Morgan and what it is that he has to say, because they tracked his ass down. But I also saw, oh, and this is the picture of Kate. They're like, oh, she's wearing a $90 Zara blazer. She looks good out there today. But where did it go? I'm gonna find it. Yes, here it goes. So their cameras are not allowed in the court case, okay? They have those little court sketches and everything like that. But they don't have the cameras in there. It's not allowed. We wish, okay? Like, could you imagine? Not happening this time around like we had with the Johnny case. But what the UK has done is hire an actor, and let me not say the UK, specifically Sky News. They have hired an actor to do a reconstruction, they're calling it, of what Harry was saying in court today. It is, I have never seen anything like this. I've truly never seen, like, this is not a movie. It's not like a fucking, like, no, they're literally acting out what happened because cameras weren't allowed in there. And the actor is supposed to be Harry. I mean, they got a redhead, you know, he looks nothing like him besides the fact that he has red hair. And he's not even, doesn't even have that balding going on. But they have this guy who is literally acting as Harry. I'm going to try to find the clip and put it here.
I believe that, again, as a child, every single one of these articles played an important role, a destructive role in my growing up. To give any confirmation that I can specifically remember reading the articles at the time, I believe would be speculation. Yes, as you said, more than thousands, maybe millions of articles have been written about me since age 12. Yes, because
I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I really don't know how I feel. Like, it was very strange. He had the accent going on. He had the pauses, the inflection in his voice. Like, he had all of that going on. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, I can't tell if he's reading off of something. There's no way he could have memorized all of that. Like, literally, it just happened. And I'm just like, Wow. So are we going to start having reconstructions of court cases when we can't have cameras inside of the courtroom? Now, I will say that I am very much for the cameras in a courtroom, because learning from the Johnny Depp trial, I know that the media is going to switch and turn narratives any which way they want to fit whatever the fuck it is they want to, even if it is completely false and the complete opposite of whatever took place. So it was so good to actually be able to see and hear with my own eyes and ears what was happening, and not have to be told by a third party of what was actually being said. So I do think that this is very cool in a way, because they're trying to get the actual words out that he said, but I think that it is very strange as well. And I don't know, it's just very, very strange to me. So let me know what you think about that. I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. It's strange. And it's like, also, did they have this guy already picked out because they knew the court case was coming? They knew that, you know, there was going to be no cameras in the, you know, courtroom. Did they already know, like, where did they get this guy so quickly? But also we have people who I guess were inside of the courtroom they were able to give like insight of live tweets or tweeting along for what happened. And I found one profile that came across my timeline, and I think her name is Rebecca Berry. Let me make sure I have that right. I believe it's Rebecca Berry, and I saw that she was in the courtroom. Let me find it. Hold on. Yes, that's correct. Her name was Rebecca Berry. She says Prince Harry arrives at the High Court to give evidence in his hacking case against the Mirror Group newspapers. The first time in 130 years a senior royal has appeared in court witness box. So this is the first time in 130 years that a senior royal has been in court as a witness, and we are doing it. We're just, you know, history making all the way around in this scenario. It's just like, wow. So she says, I'm off to get my seat in court. And then she goes on as to giving like her insight as to what she was seeing. She says Prince Harry was quiet and sounded nervous as he stated his name, Prince Harry, and swore an oath on the Bible in the witness box. He said, I never heard a barrister have to explain to the court the protocol on how to address a witness, Your Highness, in the first instance, then Prince Harry. Prince Harry says the decision to reluctantly step back from his royal role was a large part in due to consistent intrusion, inciting of hatred, and harassment by the tabloid press into every aspect of our private lives, which had a devastating impact on our mental health and well-being. So he is saying that he reluctantly stepped away. This is not something he wanted to do to distance himself from his family. He just feels like it was very intricate in everything that fucking went down. A battle of the media, battle of the press, because if you remember, they kept coming at her. They're still coming at her. The articles, I remember watching the Netflix documentary, which I know people have feelings about that, but I did see some instances where it would be two same exact things of like Kate Middleton, well, Catherine and Meghan holding their belly. One article, oh, it's so sweet. The other article, oh, she's doing the most. She's being extra. Why does she keep touching her belly? Da, 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 da. You know, like, but it's the same thing. There are two women that are having children, and that is a natural thing to hold your belly. Like, but it was such a big ordeal. And obviously it goes deeper than that, but that's just something off the top of my head that I can think of and remember. So he is saying that he feels very much that there was a constant intrusion of inciting of hatred and harassment by the tabloid press into every aspect of his private lives. And I'm thinking if the Mirror Group newspapers, if they were really hacking phones and doing all of that, it's too much. It's way too much. That is so intrusive. It doesn't matter if you don't have anything to hide. It doesn't matter if you're not doing... Who wants somebody that they do not know hacking into their phone, with malicious intent just to get information to then put out into the public. Like, it's just so skeezy. It's so skeezy, and it's just like, it's a big deal. It must be a moneymaker. It must be a moneymaker for to go to those lengths. These tabloids, this, you know, media groups, they're making fucking bank. They're making bank, because there is no way that you would go about doing all of this thinking that it's not going to be found out and that there's not going to be repercussions for it. Like, I just don't get it. So we have that. We have Piers Morgan, who has something to say because he is involved in all of this. And while I've seen some of the videos where he looks annoyed and exasperated and like, I kind of feel like he's enjoying it. Any connection he has to like Meghan, the royal family, anything like that, that only bolsters his, you know, his name. And, you know, any publicity is good publicity. His name is out there. People are talking about him. He's in connection to the royals. They're asking him about Harry. I'm sure that deep down he's loving it. So I wanted to look at a little bit of what Piers Morgan had to say. Okay, so they're catching Piers Morgan what looks like out front his home. And they're asking him, did you see this? Breaking. Piers Morgan reacts to Prince Harry hacking trial, and Sky News is all over this. Let me just tell you. They're giving us all the tea.
Campaign. Look forward to reading in his next book.
Oh, hold up. Okay, let me go to the beginning. He said he looks forward to hearing it in his... Okay.
Hey, chap. Hello.
What do you think of Harry's accusations today?
I didn't see it.
She said, what do you think of Harry's accusations today? And he goes, I didn't see it. Now, Piers. You did not see any of the court trial of Prince Harry, the first senior royal who has been in the witness stand in 130 fucking years, that has to do with a group in which you were the editor for years. You didn't see any of it? You weren't watching it, honey? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe that you may not have sat down and, you know, see, well, it's not even fucking on camera, so of course you didn't see, but you know what the fuck is going on. You're right there. You got the inside news. You got somebody there. Somebody's assistant is there telling you what the hell is going on. I do not believe that you had no clue on what the hell was going on in court today and that you were named. I don't. I truly don't.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He said your behaviour was vile and unjustified.
She said to his face, he said your behavior was vile and unjustified. To his face, Piers, you are vile and unjustified. Oh my God, I wish I could have an accent.
What do you think?
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it. That's like Mariah Carey and her I Don't Know Her with J-Lo.
But I wish him luck with his privacy campaign.
He said, but I wish him luck with his privacy campaign. Shade, Piers, shade. So what we know you did see and what you did hear was that South Park episode. We know you saw that.
Look forward to reading in his next book.
And he looks forward to reading about it in his next book. Shady Boots Piers. And he gets in his car with the tinted windows. Max tint. God damn, you can't even see him. That's some max tint. So Piers is acting like, I don't know her. I don't know that girl. I didn't hear nothing. I wish him luck on his privacy tour, and I'll read about it in his next book. Girl! Oh my God. And I think they got another one. Hold on. Yeah, I think this is another one.
Hey, chap.
No, it's the same one. So Piers is just like, I don't know. I don't know anything at all. You know, I wish I could be a fly on so many walls within the palaces in Montecito. Obviously, Harry's in the UK, and he said something about he's going to be FaceTiming Meghan and the children after he's done because he is not allowed to talk about any of this. And apparently he made a little cute snide remark, which people found to be disrespectful, of course. But I'm just like, what is Meghan thinking about all of this? Because ultimately, while Harry is saying that, you know, the British media and press, like, as he was growing up, really affected him, and all the stories that they put out about him, and, you know, his partying and drug use and his girlfriends and this, that, and the other, it really came to a head when he got married and they started fucking with his wife. And I know that she's a big reason why all of this is happening, but it's just like, I wonder what she's thinking. I wonder what she's thinking, and I wonder if she would even want to be there. I mean, obviously, if she showed up, people would literally be gnashing their teeth, like literally tripping balls if she showed up at court alongside her husband to be like a support or whatever. But I'm like, she's home with the kids, and I'm just like, this is a lot. It's a lot. And then you have Catherine and William, who are just like, I mean, they were hacked too, right? But they're not in this court case. I'm pretty sure they're not involved in this. I believe that William had like a separate situation going on where he got like a settlement or this, that, if I'm remembering correctly, but they're going about their royal duties. That's what they're doing. So it's just drama, it's tea. But what I really wanted to get into the meat of was the witness statement, since we were not there, since we could not hear or see with our own eyes. There's a transcript, and I gotta find who posted it. I liked it. And it's very cool that there are people who are like doing this for us, for the lay people who want to know what's going on, who are curious, who, you know, I just want to know. I just want to know what's going on. So where is it? Let's see. HR Princess Riley Dog. Here's Harry's full witness statement to the court. And this is on scribed.com, and it gives the full court document, all 55 pages. It has the claimant and it has the defendant. His Royal Highness Duke of Sussex is the claimant, and the Mirror Group Newspapers Limited is the defendant in the High Court of Justice. The High Court. Why does everything over the pond just seem so fancy and posh? Like, it can't just be court. Oh, I'm going to court. No, it's the High Court. I'm going to the High Court. Is the High Court like their Supreme Court? Like, is regular court just like court, and then High Court is like Supreme Court, like we have that here? And how do you even get to the Supreme? Anyway, like, that's just too much. But they're going to the High Court of Justice, Business and Property Courts of England and Wales, business list in the matter of Mirror newspaper hacking litigation. Okay? Wow. Witness statement of Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex. So let's see what Harry has to say.